Welcome to the weekly Mah Jongg clinic. In this clinic, we're reviewing the basics, sharing tips and strategies all about Mahjong, and I'll be demonstrating using ilovemahj after we have our topic. In this video, we're discussing defense. Often players forget about that. It is part of the game. It's a very important part of the game, and we'll review a good defensive play. I'm so glad you're here. Leave in the comments any tips you have or any suggestions for topics. I'll be sure to answer any questions you have. Again, we'll be playing on ilovemahj after the topic. Please put in the comments what you would have done different during play, or if you have a suggestion. Thank you. Before we get into our topic, please be sure to hit subscribe. Help a girl out and hit subscribe so that YouTube knows that you like our channel. Thanks for all your love and support and for watching these videos. Please give me thumbs up for those videos you enjoy. Share with fellow Mahjong friends and be sure to comment on things that you found interesting or that you would like further discussion on. Thank you for always being here and supporting me. It shows how much you love and support this channel and helps me continue to make tutorials and educate on Mahjong. We're looking for our friends in Alaska and Hawaii. Where are our Mahjong friends? What state do you live in? Pop it in the comments below and we'll be sure to say hello to our new friend in your state. Now let's look at our topic as we learn and grow together as Mahjong players. Defense, reading the player's hand. Please be sure to play defense. The game of Mahjong has objectives of both winning the game and also keeping others from winning. Often you are just one away from your Mahjong win and you pick a tile that you know your opponent needs for their hand. You're not sure what to do. Do you discard and pray to the Mahjong gods that it's not for their Mahjong? How big is the risk? It may be that you should give up your Mahjong. How many exposures are up? Should you take the risk? Maybe you're getting greedy. Once someone wins, the game is over and you can't win second. Maybe it's best to break up your hand, but what if it was a winning hand? Do you take the chance? Or maybe you just want to be a good sport and just let them win and give them their winning tile. Nah, I'd never do that. These are the many decisions you have to face when people have exposures up. And one of the other points to make is, are you playing for money or points? May also come into play when you're deciding if you should get rid of the final tile in your hand, whether you go for the Mahjong yourself or you could possibly giving someone else Mahjong. Please be sure to pay attention to exposures. If one exposure is shown by an opponent, it's pretty hard to figure out what hand they're playing. But when they have two exposures, you could pick a hand or two that they might be playing. You want to play defense against those exposures. You want to look what's on the table. You want to look what they have discarded. How many tiles are left in the walls? Watch how they manage their tiles. Where are they placing their tiles? This will give you a clear picture as to what they are in need of and if they're ready for Mahjong, and it will make your decision easier. If there are 3 exposures, it should lead you straight to a hand on the card, and you should not discard the winning tiles. Break up your hand. I know it's really hard to do, but again, you can't win Mahjong second. So if you discard that tile, they're going to call Mahjong. The only way maybe I wouldn't break up my hand is if you are the person who can read tiles, as I said, that you're watching their tiles and you're watching them based on their spacing or where they rack their tile they pick from the wall, or how many tiles they have left on the right hand side. A lot of people leave that gap. Remember, don't do that. It is risky, but if you're a good people watcher, this might help you to lead to your winning hand. Or I always say, if you can't win, a win for you is not letting anyone else win. Remember, you don't win coming in second, so hope for a wall game and break up your hand. That's a win for you. Let's talk about possibly payouts that might determine if you would discard a tile or not for the win. And this means you might get a penalty or how you pay someone. In a home game payout, traditionally, you would give someone Mahjong, whether 0 to 3 exposures, you would pay double for a penalty. Regardless, again, if there's 0 to 3 exposures. There are table rules that say you pay the table when there's 3 exposures and you give someone Mahjong. I kind of do agree with that. If there are 3 exposures, you should be very obvious what they are playing and what they need to win. If you throw into that and the person gets Mahjong, it doesn't seem fair to all the others that they should have to pay for you not recognizing what hand they were playing. For good defense and strategy, you should break up your hand and not give the other person Mahjong so that you don't make the other people pay. What I just described is not National Mahjong League rule. If you wish to play with the table rule as we just talked about, please announce before your games begin for the day so everyone's clear that you're playing this table rule. If you play online or in tournaments, and specifically on ilovemahj, you will find a common scoring penalty, and some have brought these rules into their home games. They, again, are not National Mahjong League rules. In a tournament and on ilovemahj, if the winning tile was called from a discard, the discarder receives the following penalty: 10 points if the winner had 0 to 1 exposures. That's a negative. Negative 20 points if the winner had 2 exposures. And negative 25 points if the winner had 3 or more exposures. If it is a wall game, however, you will get a plus 10. So be sure to take that into consideration if you should throw that final tile. Maybe you play good defense and push to get a wall game because you'll get a plus 10. That seems to be better points for me than a penalty or 0 points, especially if you're in a tournament. Those 10 points can make a difference. So consider these thoughts. Does it come down to, in a tournament, would I throw the tile? Probably not. Does it come down to playing money for money? Would I throw that tile? Probably not. Or is it just playing socially, just for the win? I probably would maybe take the risk and throw the tile. These are your choices that you have to make in your Mahjong games. These are just some thoughts to help you make your decision. Why don't you head on over to ilovemahj using the code CB and try the exercise room. Either way, you have to learn the card and figure out what hand your opponents are playing. What better way to do that than go on ilovemahj and try the exercise room? In the exercise room, there is an exercise called What Hand Is That? It gives you exposures and you determine all the possible hands your opponents are playing or working towards. You select those hands and then you click Validate to check your results. It's a fun way to work on strengthening your defensive skills while also helping you get comfortable with the card and learn the hands. Being a great offensive player also means being a good defensive player. Play to win or play not to lose. If you can't win, a win for you is not letting anyone else win. So head on over to ilovemahj and give it a try for 21 days for a free trial. Use the code CB and try out the exercise. What hand is that? There are other exercises to help you strengthen your skills. We're going to go on and practice, and I'm going to show you how this exercise works. If you're interested, I would love for you to become a channel member to help support me by giving a small donation. There are 3 levels to choose from. Just click on the main channel next to subscribe and click join. When you also subscribe for free, you're giving me support in a small way to let the YouTube users know about my channel. If you're unable to become a channel member, please be sure to subscribe for free. Give me a thumbs up for those topics that you enjoy and share with friends. And again, comment below are all free ways to support me and letting YouTube know all about my channel. It means the world to me that you watch these videos and show your love and support. It helps this channel grow and helps us create more tutorials and educate you on Mahjong. Thank you again. If you're interested in buying a set or mats, head on over to Oh My Mahjong and use Mah Jongg Class for 10% off. Put it in the discount code and you can get your beautiful set or mats. They have beautiful tiles that I really enjoy. They're a little modern, but they're great and fun to play with. And every time I play with them, everyone always says what a beautiful set it is. So get yours today and put in Mah Jongg Class for 10% off. Let's head on over to ilovemahj and play. We're going to hit play, game launch. We're going to go down to the exercise room and we're going to do what hand is that? Start our exercise. And we have 5 2s and 4 east. So immediately when we have 5 of something, we're going to go into the quint section. You click on quint and it's line number 2. We add that and then we click validate. That's the only hand that has a 5 2s and 4 east. We go on to our next hand. 7s and 7s. So again, if you know the category, 7s and 7s are typically in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and that would be the closed hand, the pungs of 7s and plungs of 7s. On here, you do not select closed hands. These are exposures. It says opponent's exposures. So we're not going to click that. So then you have to think, where can I use 7s and 7s? Well, they're like numbers. So head on over to like numbers and you would click on any like numbers and you click on line number 1. And then where else would they be? Consecutive run. And that is line number 6. And if you felt that this was complete, you would click validate. And sure enough, you pick the 2 hands that have those tiles in it. Your next hand, 4 souths, where would they be? Again, these are exposed hands. So wins are in 2024. They're also in any like numbers, but not 4. They're in quint. We just saw that hand. So we're going to select that quint hand. They're not in consecutive run. They're not in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Obviously, they're in the winds and dragons category, so we're going to click on there. And we want 4 souths, so we're going to pick all the hands that have 4 souths in them. And then you're going to click validate. 4 flowers, they are all over the card. So 1 exposure, again, is a little harder to see. So you're just going to go around to each of the categories and click on the hands with 4 flowers. And you're going to make sure that you're clicking on only the exposed hands. And if there's an A and B, be sure to click on both A and B. And then any like numbers, the first one, addition hands, there are none. In quints, there are none. Consecutive run, there are none. 4 flower hands. That's a 5 flower hand on line number 6. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There's a 4 flower hand. 2 of them, A and B. Winds and dragons, line number 2. And 3, 6, 9, line number 6. And again, once you feel you've gotten them all, and if I was playing against this person, I would have no idea what hand they're playing. There's, what is there, 2, 4, 6, 8 hands. You'd have to wait for the second exposure. I completed it and got all of them right. And you can make this a little game for yourself. In the upper right-hand corner, it's keeping track of your score. Here's 6 dots, a Kong with 3 dragons. So again, simplify it for yourself. Where can you use 6s? So you can look in 2, 4, 6, 8, and then you can look to see the dragon hand. The only dragon hand is line number 3, and that's 4 dragons, and this is 3. Remember, you can't change the exposure, so it is a hand with only 3 dragons. You can use 6s in any like numbers. This is 4 of a number with 3 dragons. So it might fit, and it's an opposite dragon, so it might fit in line number 2. So we're going to select line number 2 and any like numbers. It's not in addition hand. It's not in quint because you need quint. In consecutive run, it's a Kong of 6s with opposite 3 dragons. Both dragon hands in consecutive run are Kongs. These are pungs, so it's not going to be in consecutive run. 6s aren't in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Dragons with 6s are not in winds and dragons. Now 3, 6, 9, there could be a dragon hand in there. Dragons are line number 4, which is a Kong. We have a pung. And dragons is in line number 6. We have a pung, but the 6s in line number 6 is only a pair. So there's only one hand with a pung of dragons and a Kong of 6s in opposite. You click validate, and you're correct. On to our next hand. Consecutive 7, 8 in 2 different suits. 7, 8 in 2 different suits consecutive would be line number 3 in consecutive run. And it's the second half because it's 2 different suits. You validate. And oops, I forgot something. And this is teaching you that it's not just consecutive run. There's 2 hands in winds and dragons. Line number 3, A and B. Now we have 7, 9. I'm going to say immediately 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So I would look for a pung of 9s with a pung of 7s in 2 different suits, which I don't think exists in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They might be throwing me a curveball here, and maybe I'm not really, there is no hand with 7 and 9. Just double check, go around the card. 2024, no. 2, 4, 6, 8, no. Any like numbers, no. Addition hand, no quint. Maybe in consecutive run, but I don't think so. And again, it wouldn't be a concealed hand. They're only showing exposed hands. I don't see any in there that it could be. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, we already said no, and I don't think it's anywhere on the card. So instead of clicking, I'm just going to click validate. And it says I'm correct, there are no hands that match those exposures. Let's do another one. There's a quint of flowers with a pung of 7s. Now quint, immediately you think of quints. But in quints, there's no pungs, so it's not going to be the quint hand. And this year on the card, in 2024, in consecutive run, line number 6 has a quint hand. That is the only quint of flowers that is on the hand with a pung of 7s. There is another quint of flowers in quints, but this is the only one with a pung. So we're going to hit validate, and we are correct. 2s and 2s, pungs and pungs. Well, I would say 2024, but there's no pungs and pungs of 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, no pungs and pungs of 2s. Any like numbers? Oh, line number 1. So you click that. And not in addition, not in quints. There would be in the closed hand, but we're not putting closed hands. So there's nothing in consecutive, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There would be in Winds and Dragons the closed hand, but it's not. We're not putting that. So I think we're done. It's only the one hand. And we move on to our next hand. We have just a pung of 5s. Again, one exposure is very hard. Pung of 5s is all over the card. You start at 2024, no. 2, 4, 6, 8, no. Any like numbers, absolutely. Line number 1. Pung of 5s is not in addition. Pung of 5 is not in quint. Pung of 5 could be in consecutive run. Line number 1. Line A and B. A pung of 5s can be in line number 2. line number 5, 6, 7, A and B. And I think that's it. Now go to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Look at all these hands. There's no way you would ever know what hand this person was playing. Pung of 5s. We can have a pung of 5s in line number 2. And in the closed hand, but we're not going to add that. In Winds and Dragons, there are no pungs except the closed hand of 5s, and 3, 6, 9, it wouldn't be there, and singles and pairs, no. So let's click validate. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed line number 6, but that's okay. I'm learning just as you are, so I just forgot to click it. And again, I just learned another hand with a pung of 5s. This is an awful lot of hands. You would never ever be able to tell what hand they're playing. So when you're defending against this person, if they just have one exposure, I'm not going to worry about it too much. When 2 comes up or 3, then you're narrowing it down. So I did about 80%. The one I missed was Winds and Dragons, the consecutive numbers in 2 different suits, and then this one right now. Let's go on and play for a little bit on ilovemahj. So we're going to exit out of here, and we're going to go back up to play with bots, and we're going to play advanced and launch our game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Pick out your pairs. We have 1s and 9s. Now 1s and 9s are really far apart, but they do hold into 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 section. You don't have to play with both. You can choose to get rid of one or the other, but I'll keep it for now. I'll keep odds and upper numbers if I can. So I'll do 4, 2, and 6. Let's see what happens. We got a red, a 2, and a 5 works. Let's get rid of 5, 7, 3, 9. Let's get rid of the 8. Now this 1 and 3 always have to be in the same suit, so I'm going to get rid of this 3. Oh boy, we got a lot of odds now. Now we look into the dragons. The dragons are on line number 3. It needs to be matching. We have mixed suits. And then opposite on line number 6, but then we're playing low or high. I'm probably going to end up getting rid of these 1s because it looks like I'm going to play high. So let's get rid of the 1, the 3, and I think we can get rid of these dragons. We got a bunch of 1s.
Second Charleston.
We just discussed we're not going to keep them. So the 1, the 4, and we'll do this one. A 6, a 1, and now we have to decide where we're going to play. Oh, I can get rid of the white. I don't think we're using that. A north, a 3, and a 1. So I have not looked at the card as to what hand. I'm just keep collecting the upper odds. Into the game.
East.
And again, I don't have to look at the hands. I'm just trying to work my way through to collecting all the upper odds.
6 bam. Call. North.
There is a hand at the bottom. Now I am looking because I do have a red. Let me get rid of that first before I look.
5 bam. Soap.
I'm not calling anything yet.
South. 3 crack. 8 bam. 4 dot. East. Red. West. Joker swap. 4 dot.
Oh, somebody got the joker. Bummer.
3 bam.
Keep in flowers. So let's look at our flower hands. We have line number 3, 2 flowers, and then all 1 suit. We have mixed suits, so we're probably not playing that. And line number 5, 4 flowers. And we'll look again at the second half, 5 and 7, 5 and 7 maybe with 3 and 5. We really don't have the makings of it. I don't think we're going to play these flowers. And you can also peek on over into singles and pairs. Don't forget there's a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 hand there, line number 2. And in that hand, we need low numbers. So let's get rid of the flowers now.
Flower. 7 crack. 3 dot. 1 crack. Flower.
Let my hand
7
develop.
bam. 3 crack. 1 dot. 2 crack. South. 6 crack.
You don't want to call early.
9 dot.
I don't know what Kurt's playing. He only has a Kong of 6s.
4 bam. 4 bam. 2 dot. 7 bam.
All those 7s went out.
Red. 1 dot. 1 dot. 9 dot. 3 dot. 2 bam. Green. 6 crack.
Okay, now we have to make a decision. So we're going to go look at our hands. Our strengths of our hands are 5, 7, 9, all in one suit. And then we have 9s, which I don't think is any of the hands. The bottom hand is 5, 7, 9 with 7s. So 5, 7, 9 with 7s. We have 1 7. We don't have enough 7s. So we can play 7, 9, 5, 7. Let's get, or we could play like numbers, but I just got rid of all those flowers. Let's get rid of this 9.
9 bam. 1 bam.
I'm thinking we're going to play the pung pung kong kong hand.
1 dot. 2 dot. 3 crack. 1 bam.
So it would be 5, 7, 7, 9.
3 bam. 7 bam.
I have a feeling there's 1 7 bam out. This is only the second one. I'm going to let it go.
4 dot. 1 bam. 2 bam. 3 dot. 8 bam. 8 bam. 7 crack. 5 dot.
Can't call for the 7 crack because I need a Kong. That would be a lot.
East.
I don't
8
think
crack.
this hand is really
Call.
developed.
Red.
Oh, 6 and 8. What are they playing? Let's pause for a second. They have a Kong of 6s and a Kong of 8s. I immediately would think 2, 4, 6, 8. So opposite 6 and 8. Oh, they can be playing number 4. 4 flowers, 6 times 8 is 48. Or they can be playing consecutive run, 2 flowers, 6, 7, 8. So let's see where they end up.
Green. Joker swap.
Oh,
South.
somebody got the 8 already.
4 bam.
Wasn't long
8
in
dot.
play.
Call. West.
Oh, look at all those 8s.
5 dot.
Okay, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 7, 9. I think we're getting rid of the 9s. We need a lot of the 5s. How many 5s are out? Oh, none. Oh, 1. Let's get rid of these 9s.
9 dot. 1 crack. West. 9 bam. 1 crack. 9 bam. 1 crack. 3 bam.
Oh, we got the 5 bam. Perfect. We can call for the next one. Let's get rid of this 9 dot.
9 dot.
It's a 9 crack
West.
out. I don't think a 9 crack went out.
1 bam. 6 crack. 3 bam. South. Green. 8 bam.
5 bam. Perfect.
5 dot.
Now we don't need these 5s.
North. 5 dot. 3 dot. 2 bam. Soap. North. 5 crack.
6. Okay, we don't need this 6.
6 crack, joker. 2 crack. 4 crack.
Don't need the east.
East, joker swap. Soap. Green. Joker.
Now we're getting towards the end. There's only 3 tiles left. I need 4 tiles to win. So I'm going to start discarding my jokers to play defense. I'm not going to win.
Joker. Joker. 2 crack. North. Wall game.
And isn't that wonderful? We got 10 points each. So let's look at everybody's hand and see if we were correct about Kurt. Kurt was playing the 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 4, which we picked out. The second part, 6 times 8 is 48. And he needed some flowers, and so he did not have flowers. Then we have Amstead, who is playing, we never saw his hand. He had nothing up. He had 4 flowers. He's playing 2024, line number 2. He needed 4 2s, 4 white dragons, which he did not have. I don't know why he played that hand. I usually don't play 2024 if I don't have any white dragons. And he needed 2 and 4. So he had that. Maybe he was hoping for a lot of jokers. Annie was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1, in 2 different suits, so part B. So that was a good game, though. We played good defense. If I couldn't win, nobody else was going to win. Let's start our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. And we have a bunch of 4s, so we could play like numbers, or we can play with wins. So let's get rid of the upper numbers. Sort your suits. 1 is too far from 4. I guess I'm getting rid of the 1s. Maybe 2, 3, 4. Have to see how this comes. We're not having much luck yet. I don't think we picked up a single tile. All upper numbers.
Second Charleston.
And so sometimes when you say that, you could switch your hands, but I have 4s. I'm going to keep my 4s. I like my 4s. There is the closed hand, which would be 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, or 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of these wins. Nobody's playing them.
Courtesy pass.
Oh, another 4. Perfect. Let's do 3 tiles. The dragon, and 1 and 9.
3 crack.
Oh, we picked up another 5. Maybe 4, 5, 4, 5. We don't have any 6s though. Oh, we have 3, 4, 5, which is line number 4. That would be nice.
9 bam.
So we'll continue to play some sort of consecutive. And
7 dot.
Prioritize your
North.
discards. We have 3 before we have to make any decisions.
Green. West. South. 2 crack. 1 bam.
And I know I play fast, but I'm not
2
calling
dot.
for anything, so I don't have to hem and haw over every tile.
7 bam. East. 9 crack. 8 bam. 1 dot. 2 crack.
Those 7s, nobody wanted them.
Red. Flower. 7 crack.
I have a new pair.
7 bam.
They don't fit into what I'm looking for.
West.
So I'm going to get rid of them.
9 crack.
I picked up a 3. I like that 3.
1 bam. 6 dot. Green. Soap. North. Call. 7 crack.
Okay, 3 norths. So we're limited to what hand they're playing. Now, 3 norths are in 2024, but that's a concealed hand, so he's not playing that. 3 norths is in line number 1. 3 norths is in line number 3. And that is it. So he's playing 1 or 3. We know he needs to have
1 bam.
at least a south
6
with
crack.
that. So early
4
in
crack.
the game, I would get rid of the
5 bam.
south right away.
West. Green. 1 dot. 8 dot. East.
Get rid of those winds.
9 bam.
You don't want to help him.
1 dot. Flower.
And it's better to do it now.
6 bam. Call. 9 dot. East.
Let's look at that 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 hand. It's 3, pair of 4s, and a bunch of 5s. 3, a pair of 4s, and a bunch of 5s. So we don't need this 3 unless we change our hand at 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of this 4. We only need a pair.
4 crack.
I don't think
1
we need
crack.
this 3.
Call. 5 crack.
Okay, now he put it up. So now he's definitely playing line number 3. So he's looking for 2 in another suit. Oh, maybe we should keep the 3. Maybe we should play 3, 4, 3, 4 with 5s.
3 dot. 9 dot.
That's the close hand. I shouldn't have got rid of this other
3
4.
bam. 5 dot.
We can't call for anything.
6 dot. Green. 2 crack. Flower. 3 dot. 7 dot.
I'm looking at the concealed hand for me.
3 crack. Joker swap. Mah Jongg.
Oh, very good. So Kurt was playing north and south with 1, 2. So congratulations to him. He had north and south with 1 and 2 in 2 different suits, consecutive numbers. Nice, congrats to Kurt. Annie was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1, which I think she played last game, and that's why you never show your hand in case you repeat a hand. She had a pung of 2s, a pung of 4s, a kong of 6s, and a kong of 8s. She was missing her 8s. Amstead was playing consecutive round line number 4, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, which is the one we were trying to play with 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, but then we were pulling more 3s and 4s, so then I decided to switch to concealed hand. And I do think earlier I did discard a 4 crack, so I should have waited and not got rid of that. But our hand was coming together. He won this pretty quickly. So congratulations to Kurt. On to our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have a pair of 3s and a pair of 7s. They work in consecutive run together. You can also play, I was thinking addition hands, but that's the same suit. We have 2 different suits. So let's try 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And keep all the odds. And we can get rid of the 4. Oh, another south. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Sort by suit, we have 3, 5. We can continue.
Second
Let's
Charleston.
get rid of the 4, the 3. And then, gonna get rid of the 5. I'm not sure what hand I'm playing. Oh, I'm not gonna get rid of that 7. Let me take that back. The 2. Okay, now we have a bunch of 7s. This would be good for the closed hand. 5, 7, 9, 7, 7. Let's get rid of the red. Maybe we'll try that closed hand. Ugh, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what about 4, 5, 6, 7, 7? Ooh, I like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
Courtesy pass.
We have no flowers though. We'll try it. Maybe I should keep the 6. Oh, I have to get rid of the 6. Okay, we're gonna try 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. We have to get all those flowers.
6 crack. Flower.
Of course, as soon as we do that, they start dumping the flowers. I was thinking 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. But we don't know how it'll
3
come
dot.
into play.
Soap.
I can't believe
4
I'm
bam.
doing this with no flowers.
1 dot.
But we had all those sevens.
North. 5 crack.
I guess there's always 6, 7, 6, 7 with eights.
South.
But we have no eights.
9 crack.
3, 4. I don't know what hand. This is terrible. 3, 4. Getting rid of the threes.
4 crack. 1 crack. 6 dot.
Getting some yucky cards.
Soap. Call. 7 dot. Green.
All those soaps.
3 crack. Green. 3 dot. Red.
Oh, sevens.
3 crack. 3 bam. Call. 4 crack.
3 bam.
9 bam. 2
I
crack.
think if we played 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, we need 8 dots.
4 dot. 1 dot. 6 dot. 1 bam. Flower. 5 bam.
Oh, there goes a flower.
1 bam. Flower.
I don't know what
3
hand they're
dot.
playing with what they have exposed.
2 bam.
Oh, there's an 8 dot. Should we switch? That would be a better hand to play. Because we have no flowers.
6 dot. 3 dot. 5 crack. 6 bam.
I can't call it. It's a closed hand.
5 dot. 8 bam. 5 bam. 6 crack.
Oh, geez. Second 6 crack. Oh, but we got our
4
pair.
dot. 3 crack. Joker swap. 1 bam. 1 crack.
9 bam.
9 bam. 1 dot. 6 crack.
Oh, geez.
5 bam.
Now we need a joker.
South. South. Joker swap. 1 crack. West. Call. 4 crack. 9 bam. Joker swap. 5 crack.
Bummer. Oh, yay.
Joker swap. 5 bam. 4 bam.
We are on call for a 6 bam, and we have Mahjong.
7 dot. 5 dot. Flower. 1 crack.
That was the first flower we got.
Green. 1 bam.
8 bam, nobody.
8 bam. 7 crack. East. Call. Flower.
4.
4 dot. Joker swap. 7 dot. North. 4 bam. 4 dot. Flower. 8 dot. 3 crack.
Oh, come on, 6 bam. Is it already out? There's 1 6 bam out.
1 dot. 9 crack. 7 dot. East.
Come on, joker. Joker would be nice too.
5 crack. 8 dot. Mah Jongg.
Bummer. Well, that was a good hand. I thought we made a good decision not to play with the flowers because we didn't have enough. We were never able to win that hand. So I was playing the concealed 6 7, 6 7, 8. All the 6 cracks had gone out, but we had jokers, so that was good. Congratulations to Annie. She played like numbers with 2s, and that's line number 2. She had the matching dragons to the 2s. I thought Kurt and Amstead were playing the same hand, and they were, I believe. East and West with 2 3 consecutive numbers, and Amstead was playing East and West with 8 9. He didn't have any East. I don't know if you saw, they kept swapping back and forth their wins. They kept swapping back and forth their wins. It was interesting. So on to the next game. I hope we can win one tonight.
First Charleston.
And I think they only had one up each. I think maybe Kurt put up a second one, and you knew he was playing line number 3. Sort by suit, we have 4s. We can play 2, 4, 6, 8. We can play 4 plus 3 is 7. Let's get rid of the 1 and one of the wins. Another 1. I don't think I want that. Maybe nobody's playing the wins. That's what it looks like. I'm keeping evens. Maybe 2, 4, 6, 8 is where we're going to head. Let's continue.
2nd Charleston.
3, a west, and it's a matching dragon, and we don't have that. So let's get rid of our dragon. A 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Or 2024. Ooh, 2024 maybe. Huh. 2024 maybe. Oh, maybe we could play the closed hand. That would be really fun. I know while the winds were going around. I'm going to give up on the closed hand in singles and pairs. So we have 2024. Let's see.
Courtesy pass.
Nothing. I don't know which one we're going to play yet. We also play
5 bam.
2s or 4s in like numbers.
5 dot. Soap. Red.
Play line number 1 in 2024.
3 dot.
Need some more 2s.
West.
So
7
I'm thinking
bam.
line number 1 with 2s. Or we could play 2024 with 4s.
6 crack.
Not sure which one we're playing yet.
Soap.
Oh, there goes our first white.
8 crack. Red. 5 dot. 5 crack. 7 crack. 8 dot. 7 crack. 3 crack.
Oh,
Red.
another 2. Perfect.
6 bam. 8 bam. Green. 9 dot. Call. 5 dot.
We only have one white dragon,
East.
so maybe we have to play line number 3
7 dot.
with 4s.
8 dot. 8 bam. 8 crack. 9 bam. 5 bam. 8 dot. 7 crack. 3 bam.
Okay, we have to make a decision here. We can play line number 1. Oh, let's do line number 1. Because we have our 2s, we can call for our 2s. If we use the joker, we can call for the whites, and we can call for the 2 and the 4. Line number 1, let's go there. If we don't play line number 1 and we choose line number 3, we need 2024 with 4s and 4s. So let's get rid of this 2.
2 crack. 3 dot.
See if we get the 4 dot. Oh, we have a 4 dot. I would need the other 2s, so that's not going
4
to work.
crack.
I'm going to play line number 1, so we don't want that.
5 bam. 7 dot. South. 4 dot.
We don't want that.
5 crack. Green. 2 crack. 2 bam.
We want that for our Kong.
Call.
And I'm setting everything as
4
I'm
dot.
calling.
9 bam. 5 crack. 8 crack. North.
We have
9 bam.
no idea what Amstead's playing.
7 crack. 7 dot. West. 6 dot. 6 dot. 3 bam. 1 dot. Call.
Gonna
3
get rid
bam.
of this flower. I don't want to hold on to it too long.
Flower. Call. 2 crack.
Figured somebody might want it.
Joker swap. West.
Oh, we got our 4.
4 dot. 8 bam. 4 dot. 6 bam. 7 dot. 5 bam. South.
Nobody's
9
gonna
bam.
throw that white.
2 crack. 5 crack. 1 dot. 3 dot. South. East. 2 dot.
Okay, we're gonna call for the pung.
Call. 4 crack.
This looks like
8
we're
dot.
playing like numbers, so hopefully somebody will throw out the
7
white.
bam.
And don't
East.
miss the joker exchange for the 9 dot.
North. 6 bam. 7 bam. 3 dot. 9 crack. Call. Flower.
Uh-oh, 9 crack up there with 4 flowers. So I'm thinking 3, 6, 9. And it's line number 6. So they're looking for the matching.
6 bam. Green. Mah Jongg.
Oh, that was the winning tile. Yeah, I was thinking for the 3, 6, 9, they're looking for the matching. I didn't realize in my head about the opposite dragon. So I should have broke up my hand, but again, I wasn't 100% sure what they were playing with the opposite dragon. I should have paused and took some time to look at what's been thrown. That was a big error because I lost, even though I was 1 away. So I lost points. Annie got 25 points, plus I lost 20 points because I gave it against 2 exposures. If you look right here on top, it says that I lost. They own 25 points, and I got deducted 20 points for throwing to 2 exposures. You know, lesson you learn, and that's what we talked about, that I lost the game now, and the game's over. And I had to pay with a penalty of 20 points. Kurt was playing like numbers, line number 1. He had no flowers. And Amsa was playing any like numbers with news and 9s. He had all the flowers. So be sure that when you play in your Mahjong game, that you make sure that you always double check and you don't give away a winning tile. And I'm so glad that you joined me this evening, and hopefully you'll play better defense in your next game. It wasn't a big night for us. We had all losses, but we did have a wall game, so that's 1 win. I'll consider that a win for me. Until next week, thank you for being here, and have a good night or evening wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.